That San Francisco treat that came into my head for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, no good reason, but a reason nonetheless.
All right. Hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's fine. Double check something here. Yeah, totally fine. Okay. Do a Monday. What? Yeah, we're doing Monday, Dave. Don't worry. He must be behind on the stream. Okay. Let's do this. Here we go. I think we're ready to go. Let's see. I gotta change that. Okay. Here we go, Brian. It's recording. It's off we go time.
Okay. All right.
It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, time to trump a Ibit nerd.
Do not BYOB.
Ashley Madison is in trouble.
Hot toys.
Drunk man.
Xena is coming back.
Fitness geek.
Jury duty and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Okay, everybody, wake up.
We got Shirley and Keith Partridge waking up, waking up. Danny, Chris, and Tracy waking up, waking up. To Kellogg's Rice Krispies, hear the roar, let them pour. We got the whole Partridge family waking up, snap, crackle, pop.
Wake up like the Partridge Family. Wake up with Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
It may not seem like much, but it started with an incredible dream I had last night.
The morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream, the morning stream,
The morning stream, because knowing is half the battle.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the morning stream. TMS for short, for Tuesday, July 21st, 2015. I'm Scott. That's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Yes. Hello, Scott.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Look what I've got in my hands right here.
Look what you got. That's pretty cool. It's like a little USB stick thing.
It is. It's a little USB drive. It looks like a miniature Han Solo and Carbonite, but instead of Han Solo, it is the instruments belonging to the Andrew Allen Trio. And these came in yesterday, and this is so cool. It's like, I don't know. I've gotten, I've had T-shirts and things like that get printed and then delivered. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's pretty cool. But seeing an actual little USB thumb drive.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. Is it rubberized? It looks rubberized.
It is rubberized, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's like the Pollen Storm ones that they have. 2 gigabytes, all the Andrew Allen music, and we'll have these at Nerdtacular.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Nice.
I saw the album cover floating over my Twitter feed the other day from somebody totally unrelated to us, and I forgot to copy you on it. Yeah, it was just a picture of the album cover with somebody saying, look how cool this is, and it didn't have a link to anything but just this image.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, well, at least, the word's spreading, people are into it. Star Wars.
No kidding. That's great.
It's a good year for this.
It is a good year. Good timing for this.
It really is.
And you have to give him a little bit of promotion, too. It's funny. I got an announcement 2 or 3 days ago. Richard Cheese is proud to announce his Live from the Mos Eisley Cantina Lounge album.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he told me about this, and I went, oh, that's interesting timing. I mean, it probably is one of those just sort of happenstances, little coincidence.
Because I think that he actually would hang back from doing something that was modeled too closely after what we're doing. I don't think he would do it intentionally because, we're not a couple of coattails to ride on.
No. But it's also, it's the year for Star Wars. So if you're like a dude makes music and does like parody music or whatever, you're probably going to be jumping all over this. So
exactly,
I totally get it. It's totally fine. We're back, everybody. We're doing it. We're here. It's Tuesday. Jury later. Fitness Geek later. All that stuff later. Yeah. Before we get to too much later, I got something for Brian, and I cannot wait to do this. I've been pining to do this for all day yesterday. So here's our theme for it.
China.
It's called Trump a Brian nerd or an Ibit nerd.
Okay.
It's a terrible name for a thing that we're going to do real quick, but it's basically we're going to try to do a little Trump contest for you.
All right.
And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, or I'm going to make a few statements, and you're going to tell me who said these quotes originally. Was it Donald Trump or fictitious co-star of Futurama, Zap Brannigan?
All right. I
so
love this.
Actual quote from Donald Trump or actual quote from Zap Brannigan? And I got to give big credit to Jordan B., who wrote these.
Nice.
He's awesome. He's a good friend of the show and did a really good job here, and I cannot wait to do these. So here we go. Hold on a second. Oh, I printed it. That's why it's not in there. Okay. Here it is in my sweaty little hands. Are you ready for quote number 1, Brian?
I am ready. Hit me with quote number 1.
All right. Is this Donald Trump or is this Zap Brannigan? Quote, we know nothing about them, their language, their history, or what they look like. But we can assume this. They stand for everything we don't stand for.
Oh,
wait, I should have the buzzer if you get it right or wrong.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
I hope you get that stuff ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm going to say that's Zap Brannigan.
All right, we're going to say that's Zap Brannigan. Let's
Yeah.
see if you're correct. That is correct. It was Zap Brannigan.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody on earth that Trump would say that we don't know their language.
Yeah, that seems a little weird.
Their
Although,
language isn't as good as English.
you got to admit, though, you paused for a sec. You
I
thought,
did, yes.
All right, next one. You know, it doesn't really matter what they write as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass.
That's definitely Zap Brannigan.
Is it Zap Brannigan? Donald Trump.
Really?
Donald Trump.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God. You might have thrown me off by trying to do it in the Zap Brannigan voice.
I know. I'll do this one in the Trump voice.
No.
Okay, I won't. I'll read these as neutrally as possible.
You read them neutrally.
All right, number 3. Show me someone without an ego, and I'll show you a loser.
Oh, that's definitely that's Trump.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Trump. He likes to talk about losers a lot.
He does. Loser is one of his favorite words.
Yeah. In fact, I have a...
And China.
And China. He likes China. Where's loser? I can't find it now. Something about losers. I can't find it.
And huge.
We have losers. We have losers.
We have losers.
We have losers.
I'm glad he said it twice.
Is he talking about the other candidates for the Republican nomination? Is that?
Well, at the moment, but he's going to get murdered. There's no... I don't mean literally. I mean, he's...
Yeah.
There's
How
no
is
way.
he? How is he leading the pack?
He's not leading. Here's the problem. Who's getting the most press right now?
Well, Trump is, for
Donald
sure,
Trump.
of course.
Who's
Yeah.
getting no press? Candidates we haven't heard from yet.
1 through 15.
Yeah. So those kind of polls they're weird polls. They're things like, who are you hearing the most about in this thing? And they're saying
gotcha.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
Like, it's so skewed. It's not even working right. Anyway, there's a really great commentary on last week's, I think, On the Media podcast. Totally worth listening to about that. Anyway.
Interesting. Okay.
Number 4. Now, like all great plans, my strategy is so simple an idiot could have devised it.
That's Zap Brannigan.
You are correct. Nicely
That's
done.
Matt Groening writing right there.
It pretty much is. 5. If we hit the bullseye, the rest of the dominoes will fall like a house of cards.
Oh, it's brilliant. Either way, whoever came up with that is brilliant.
Yeah.
I think that's I want that to be Trump.
You want it to be Trump? Let's
I want
find
that to
out.
be Trump.
Is it Trump? Zap Brannigan. Zap
Darn,
Brannigan.
I wanted that to be accidental, not on purpose.
Number 6. Sorry, losers and haters, but my IQ is one of the highest, and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure. It's not your fault.
I got to go Trump because he mentions losers.
You are correct. That's a good rule.
Wow.
That's a good rule to go by.
Yeah, but holy cow, that might be one of the most arrogant things
Anyone's ever said ever.
anyone's ever said ever.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Number 7. These guys are total losers. They had their story stolen right from under their bad complexions.
Well, I'm gonna go off the rule number 97, and I'm gonna say that that's Zap Brannigan.
Donald Trump.
Really?
Yep.
Whose bad complexions is he talking
I
about?
don't know who that's even referring
Oh
to.
man, I should stick with my rule.
Who
Rule
knows?
97.
Yeah, Rule 97. Don't forget it. All right, number 8. She is unattractive both inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man. He made a good decision.
That's Trump, and I'm trying to figure out who he's talking about.
You are correct. Any idea who that is? It feels old, like it may have been like first season of The Apprentice or something.
Yeah, no, it was a recent season of Apprentice. Now that you say that, I understand why. It was from Brandy. I think he's talking about Brandy Glanville or something.
Oh, all right.
One of the Real Housewives or something.
Oh, one of those. All right.
Yeah.
They don't. That show I watched like the first one where it was actual entrepreneurs, and not celebrities.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Then I gave up. And I was like, that's it.
Yeah, when you found what's his face, Rancic, right?
Yep.
Who married the anchor from E.
Yeah, the E anchor.
E anchor.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch of check marks in people's bingo cards.
Yeah, thank you very much. Number 9. She is extremely... Oh, no, I just did that one. Oh, no, this is a different one. This is very similar, though. She is an extremely unattractive woman. I refuse to say that because I always insist on being politically correct.
I used to say that because I always insist on being politically incorrect. I can't ever imagine Trump saying, I insist on being politically incorrect. So I'm going to say that has to be Zap Brannigan.
You are... Hold on, number 9. You are incorrect. It is Donald Trump. He says terrible things.
I always insist on being politically correct.
There's number 10. 2 more, by the way. 10 and 11.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Your face has been declared a weapon of mass disgusting.
That's Zap Brannigan.
All right, you're right. I actually
It's too
remember that
clever to be
episode.
Trump.
Yeah, it's too good, right? Your face has been declared a weapon of mass disgusting. All right, number 11.
All right.
Final question. I haven't been keeping track. I hope someone else kept score.
Yeah.
I've never heard of such a brutal and shocking injustice that I cared so little about.
Again, it sounds too clever to be Trump. I'm going to say Zap Brannigan.
You are correct. Nicely done. Now, I didn't keep track, but I think you got more right than wrong. So
Yeah, probably just barely. I'll bet it's like, if there were 11, I bet it's 6 right, 5 wrong.
yeah, it's pretty good. And I just
It's a
love
great-
the comparison's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, God, it is.
It almost makes you want to steal that
It is,
for Nerdtacular.
No kidding. But it is, if the quote is clever,
Mm-hmm.
then sadly, it falls on the side of Zap Brannigan.
Yeah, almost every time, right? Because he's far more clever under pressure.
If it sounds arrogant and ignorant, then it's a little bit more likely to be the Don.
Yep, the Don man himself.
How come we don't hear people calling him that, the Don?
I don't know.
Because we used to. It used to be the thing, right? You call him, oh yeah, the Don.
No, they call him the Donald.
Well, they call him the Donald, but they used to call him the Don.
But isn't calling him the Donald an extension of calling him the Don? Because the Don is like, oh, the mob boss or the man in charge or whatever, right?
Well,
and then isn't the Donald a variation on that? Isn't that where it all came from?
I don't know about it being.
I thought that was it.
I guess the Don is like more of a mafia thing.
Yeah, like the Don. If you search for the Don, it's all mafia images. And then if you
I guess so. Maybe it was always the Donald, huh?
But if you type the Donald.
Right.
Oh, look at him when he's young.
What? Really?
Yeah, you got to see this. You ready?
Yeah.
It's an article called, it's on the Washington Post, What Donald Trump Was Up To While John McCain Was a Prisoner of War.
Where are you putting that? You
putting it in the chat.
Chat room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here you go, chat. Check that out. Look at that picture of Donald Trump. The hair was trouble even then.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah. It was trouble even then.
That's what, so there was John McCain in his POW camp and then...
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just reading this here. It's a bunch of stuff about how he got out of going to Vietnam. Anyway,
he's still at that point still more. I don't want to say more attractive because that's kind of. It's certainly not the direction I want to say, but not as.
He's not a walking.
He doesn't
scone.
look like his sons do at this point.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the fried scone he would one day become.
Listen, Ivana got Ivana or Ivanka. What's his daughter's name? Ivanka with a K.
Ivanka, I think.
Ivanka Trump.
Yeah.
She definitely got the lion's share of the looks from her mom compared to the two sons.
Yeah, I'm not even convinced that he's the dad there.
of Ivanka.
Of Ivanka.
Yeah.
If I were her, I'd go to the courthouse, pay $50, and change that name to like Susan or freaking Jennifer.
Yeah, you got to wonder if there's going to be a point at which
Ivanka.
she tries to, I think the family is so, they're a very close knit family. I don't think you'll ever see any of them like try and escape the.
Are they close knit?
I think they're close knit.
It's like his third marriage, though. Like, which one's are they all close knit?
Okay, him and his children. I wouldn't say Melania or Ivana or any of his wives are close knit, but I think him and his offspring, his progeny.
If you leave the family, you'll be losers.
And I'm going to send you to China.
That's right. All right, a quick note to our good friend Todd Whitehead over there at AGR, Alpha Geek Radio. Now, some of you right now are listening to this live stream via the Alpha Geek Radio audio live stream, and you listen to a bunch of other Frog Pants shows and Friends of Frog Pants shows via that fine technology, and you're doing that on the back of one man. His name is Todd Whitehead. He's amazing. He's been on the show before. He calls occasionally. He does great work, and we're extremely thankful for the kind of work he does as host. And because of that, and because things have grown so much, he needs to expand. So to expand, he's thrown up an Indiegogo at tinyurl.com/alphageekupgrade. That's tinyurl.com/alphageekupgrade. Consider, if you are one of those people who uses that service on the frequent, consider throwing a little money toward this Indiegogo so he can expand servers, buy new stuff, and there's some cool unlocks and some other things there as well. So please go check that out. All right, tinyurl.com/alphageekupgrade.
Yes.
He'll be at Nerdtacular. Here's one of the things he does, by the way. On his own dime, for the most part, he comes to the events, brings the bandwidth, brings the hardware, brings the streaming equipment.
Brings the funk, brings the noise.
He's going to stream 4 different rooms of content from Nerdtacular 2015. That means every panel, every live show, everything on a stage will be live streamed, both video and audio, by Alpha Geek Radio and Alpha Geek's own Todd Whitehead. And that stuff costs money and takes time.
Totally does.
So help him out, will you? Also, a reminder about Snowbird. Corinne wanted me to bring this up because she likes me to pound it down every year. No outside booze at Snowbird if you're coming. You can drink like a fool there. Don't worry. Plenty of alcohol at Snowbird. Just don't bring outside alcohol. It's nothing to do with weird laws. It has everything to do with them and their liquor license. It's true anywhere. You're not supposed to bring outside booze to anywhere that sells booze, because you can cause problems with liquor licenses, and they don't want to lose theirs because of a bunch of chuckleheads that come to my event. So you can drink all you want, but don't bring it from the outside. Don't bring some, dime store hooch you bought at the corner store and bring it up there. All right? Okay. There you have it. What else? Oh, yeah, no fireworks. It's a dry year.
Oh, God, yeah. Please don't bring fireworks.
Don't bring fireworks. Those are illegal in the canyon. And you will be escorted off the premises, and they'll fire you, or not fire you. You'll be arrested. You will be clip-clopped right out of that place. Yep, you'll be fined. And that's the way it goes. Let's get moving with the show. Let's call Daryl now. Okay. I don't see Brian. I'm trying to come up with a reason why not to call him, but I can't think of one. So I know. I've been racking my brain trying to come up with a reason not to call him. Yeah. So since we can't think of a good excuse, let's call him. Let's play this. It is Stump a Trek Nerd, brought to you by The Boop Show. Video game news you can use. A new episode up today. Frogpants.com/boop. Boop is right. Daryl, are you there? Oh, he's not there yet. Oh. Also brought to you by Split Pea Soup, homemade. Ooh, yum. I made gazpacho last night, so we're all about the soup. Very nice. Yeah. You know the great thing about gazpacho? What's that? Pull it out of the fridge, start eating it. Yeah, it's cold, right? Don't need to heat it up. I'll never forget my first gazpacho experience. I was at a restaurant, never had it before. I said, sure, I'll try it. And I didn't know. I just asked for the gazpacho. I knew what the ingredients were. Please tell me you asked to send it back. Could you send this back? It's cold. You're not too far from the truth. It came out to the table. It plopped it down. I took a bite, and I was immediately shocked into knowing it was cold. I went, oh. I mean, it was just a shock to my system. Yeah. It'd be like eating... It'd be like eating something that tastes like a hamburger and then taking a blindfold off and finding out it's purple or something. It's ice cream. Yeah, something like that. And it just shocked me. And I leaned over to Kim. I go, I think they forgot to heat up my soup. And she says, no, you're an idiot. It's gazpacho. It's supposed to be. Anyway, Daryl, are you there? Nice. Oh, yes. And what do you like gazpacho? You like cold soups?
I don't think I've ever had it.
You should try it.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
you should try it.
Gazpacho's great.
Just know that it's cold going in, all right?
It's like the one time I ordered, I don't remember what it was, but it turned out being the raw fish stuff.
Sushi?
Yeah, sushi.
No.
I wanted tuna.
What's that stuff called?
It's cook it.
It's very unusual and odd now in modern times. It's such an unusual rice name. In it. It's so strange. We had that the other day. Sushi. You know what's weird? We went to get sushi and we came home and everybody was great. It was wonderful and had a good time. But came home and my daughter Carter suddenly got the worst rash and itches she's ever had. Just
really?
itching like crazy, and we don't know what it was in there. Everyone else had the same stuff, and everybody
I
else
don't
was
think
fine.
she's starting to develop the seaweed allergy
I
like
hope not.
Kim has.
Oh, that's a good point. That could start that way, I guess. We didn't think of that. But she didn't eat seaweed. We had soy paper because Kim can't have it.
Oh.
So I don't know. And they could have used a knife twice or something. You know, sometimes that happens. Whatever. Sushi.
Oh, sure, right. Use the same knife to cut the seaweed
Yeah,
as
yeah,
he did the soy paper.
Yeah, maybe Hiroshi
Soy
back
paper?
there.
You ever seen soy paper?
You ever seen soy paper?
You really eat that? It sounds terrible.
It's not. It's really good. It's actually quite good.
Okay.
Yeah, ignore the fact that it says paper. Like it's it's a soy wrap.
Yeah, it's just. It's like. I mean, if you
That probably doesn't help. Does
no,
it?
it probably doesn't. It's like what's it like? It's like rice paper. You don't think of rice paper in a weird way, do you? It's like that. In fact, it's just like rice paper, except it's made of soy.
That's what they use to slit your eyelids in China.
Exactly.
China.
Yeah, China. Very nice. Racist and nice. All right, Daryl, let's get to your question. Let's jump right into it here. This is a next generation question for you to stump you because you don't, you know Star Trek, so you're going to try to answer this. It's the episode Clues. All right, it's where the butler did it in the living room with a hammer.
Right. Yeah, Dr. Frankenfurter runs around the Enterprise, opening doors and saying, "Let me make a long story short," and everybody goes, "Too late."
Yep, exactly. Not possible. In the Next Generation episode Clues, weird things are happening around the Enterprise. Skeletor, a.k.a. Dr. Crusher, is growling. He put growling. He means growing. Growling. Growing some plants and bringing them to Picard's ready room. She says the plants have grown more than they should have. What kind of plants does she show Picard? She says, take a look at these.
Star Trek plant.
What?
Or Atari 2600 villain. Why am I saying this like I'm Stan Lee?
I don't
Excelsior.
know. You're doing a Stanley Daryl contest. All right, so your options are A, Fulner jewel plant.
What? Oh, no.
B, Antarian moon blossom. C, Diomedian scarlet moss. Or D, Tarkanian wildflower. So those are your four. Fulner jewel plant, Antarian moon blossom, Diomedian scarlet moss, or Tarkanian wildflower. Tarkanian. There's your options.
Great.
While you think about it, we still have these. Hold on here. I'm gonna do one of these deals right here.
Are you hungry? Aren't you hungry? What's a foodie?
Okay, I got my hand here. A number of these, and I've been drawn to the pink one with the big blue mountain with snow on it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to have anything to do with the flavor, because the flavor looks like it's flan or something.
Yeah, but the funny thing is we bought this at Mount Fuji, so these are like specifically printed with Mount Fuji.
Okay.
Labeling.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Don't know why.
I don't know either. That's weird.
But it also tells you the flavor right on this one. This is one of the few that actually have...
strawberry cheesecake.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's probably because it's such a touristy, like Mount Fuji... The Mount Fuji way stations are really touristy, so they're probably, saying, well, we're going to get a lot of people who speak English, so let's go ahead and label the Kit Kats correctly.
Did you go up there?
Yeah, we did. We went to we got as high as Station 5, which is about halfway. There are 10 stations up the mountain.
What's the elevation at that point?
Oh, I was afraid you were going to ask.
I do fine till about 10,000, and then I lose it. I can't do it after that.
I don't think that. I mean, Mount Fuji's a big, wide mountain. I mean, it's tall. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a.
You're right about it being wide, though. It's like one of those big, spread out looking.
It is. It's not like I want to say it's not like a 14 or anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the elevation.
We could probably find Mount Fuji elevation. 12,000. Oh, that's not even that tall. 12,388 feet. That's not really that much at all.
It's not a 14er. So fifth station is 1,950 meters.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how many feet is 1,950 meters?
1,950 meters is 6,397.64 feet.
There you go, 6,000
above sea level.
Feet,
so
6,400 feet.
So that's lower than Snowbird. Snowbird's 8,000.
Right? Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's Japan is much lower to start with, so that makes sense.
Sea level,
yeah,
right.
because sea level is sea level everywhere you go.
We're a mile above sea level here.
Yeah, you're a mile high.
We're a mile high. Oh, we should do something to commemorate that, Denver.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw out an idea.
All right.
This just came to me. You guys, the municipal Denver, whatever, they can decide if they want to use this. But I think you should. You have this NFL team. You should call that stadium. No, stay with me here. Mile High Stadium.
Whoa.
Now tell me that doesn't just roll off the tongue.
It just rolls off the tongue. If only it wasn't owned by Sports Authority now.
Oh shit! Is it really?
Yeah, it's Sports Authority. Mile High at Sports Authority Field or some nonsense like that.
That's lame. Mars was
at least they still kept the Mile High bit. It didn't used to be Invesco Field.
See, that sucks because the Jazz used to play at the Delta Center because Delta Airlines owned it. Okay, so our NBA team had the Delta Center and it sounded great. You guys going to the Delta Center? Yep, see you there. See you at the Delta Center. It sounded good. Then Energy Solutions bought it, and now it's called Energy Solutions. Energy Solutions Arena.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a fan of the sponsorship names taking over the names of the.
I don't like it either. I mean, sometimes it sounds good, like Delta or Staples sounds good.
Sure, the Staples Center.
Yeah, right. But when it starts to be like
Safeco Field.
Yeah, that sucks. It sucks. Walmart
or
Arena.
CenturyLink Field is even worse.
CenturyLink, that's terrible. See, does Comcast own some stuff like that? They probably do.
Probably.
They call Comcast lousy bandwidth stadium. All right.
Yeah, it's probably like one of the lesser-known concert venues or something. Is the Comcast Field or Comcast Center or
Could
something
be,
like that.
yeah. And you have to show up between 8 and 5.
The concert's going to air sometime between 8 and 5.
I cracked myself
its
up.
pants will be pulled halfway down.
That's right,
You'll
there
see
you
its
go.
butt crap when it picks up the microphone.
Oh, yeah, the butt crap. All right, let's open this. Let's open this thing here. Let's give it a try. I don't know. I just said butt crap. Ooh, smells nice. Smells like Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Oh, that one's good.
I'm not sure if I like the smell of that.
No, try it. You're gonna like it. That one's just fine, son.
It's basically like what we had yesterday with strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Good.
That right there, that's good stuff. That may be my favorite of the Japanese ones you brought back so far.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think I liked yesterday's a little tiny bit better, but it's still really good.
Listen, you contrarian.
Hey.
Tell me what happened today in Star Trek history.
Well, let's see. Back on this day in 1966, they filmed stock footage of the 11-foot Enterprise model for the original series.
Oh, that thing was 11 feet?
Yeah.
I would have picked it smaller for some reason. I don't know why.
That's a huge thing.
Huh. And they would, I mean, what would they do for backdrops and stuff? I guess they would have those fake paintings and planets and stuff, right? Back then, they didn't do green screen.
Had a blue screen.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch the Netflix one, it's all the redone stuff, so that's all CG. But still, how cool would it be to have that 11-foot thing hanging off your ceiling somewhere?
For sure, yeah.
Wow, that would fill up the room.
Where is that, do we suppose? Anyone know?
It's at the Smithsonian. They're refurbishing it right now.
Oh, well, that's cool. Very nice. Look how timely your little history thing was. Maybe the best you've ever done. Let's get back to your question. It's one of these plants here that Crusher brought over to Picard's office there, where he's got a fish for some reason. It was A. Fulner. Well, by the way, his fish tank that's built into the wall,
Yeah.
they never explain how they feeds that thing. Did you ever think about that? There's no hole.
There's a little replicator inside the fish tank, and the fish goes up to him and goes, "Flakes, hot."
All right, I was going to suggest just the possibility that it was a mini holographic projection and there was no actual fish there at all.
Could be that too, sure.
Yeah, and Riker, when he was a caveman, didn't care, so he flipped it off. All right,
They just beam flakes into there, like you know, Chief O'Brien, could you beam some fish flakes into the tank for me, please?
Captain, I'm sick of doing your just grunt work. He doesn't talk like that.
Oh, he's messing with me, Lucky Charms.
Daryl, so where the hell were we? Fulner, Jewel Plant, Antarian Moonblossom, Diomedian Scarlet Moss, or Tarkanian Wildflower. What do you do?
Oh, these are all so horrible. I'm gonna not pick the first one because that just sounds. I don't know what that is.
The Fulner Jewel plant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right in the
Now
Fulner Jewels.
Ah, got kicked me right in the Fulner Jewel plant.
What did they do with these? I mean, what was even the question?
They
again?
had the plants were growing too much. They were more than they were supposed to in the time that they had to grow. And
that's right.
She brought them in to say, I don't know what's going on, and he said, "Get out of my office, damn it!" So that's how it went.
Fuller,
then he became a kid, rode the elevator with a other bunch of kids, and then they shot a guy and he exploded, and the ratings board got mad, and then Riker became a caveman. That's the episode. Barkley was a bug.
Yeah, I think there's some mixing going on there.
Yeah, maybe.
Moss who? Moss Eisley?
Yes, Moss Eisley, yes. Was Diomedian Scarlet Moss.
Oh, no, not that.
All right.
Oh, it can't. Oh, wait, can it? It might be that one.
I don't know.
Oh, it might be that one. I'm going to circle it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moon something.
Antarian Moonblossom.
Antarian Moonblossom.
No, it's not that. It's got to be Moss.
It sounds like one of I can't think of his name now, but one of his kids, Frank Zappa's kids.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Antarian Moonblossom.
Mm-hmm. And then Tarkanian something.
Tarkanian Wildflower.
No, I think it was Moss. There was Moss somewhere. If it was this episode, I'm right. If it's not, then I'm wrong.
Is Moss a plant? I guess it is.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. I think that qualifies as a plant in scientific terms.
I guess I'll have to
I'm no
pick
horticulturist, but I did take Horticulture 101 in high school.
Hmm.
And I don't remember what moss
You can
was.
bring a horticulture, but you can't make her drink.
That's right. That's right. Horticulture? I barely knew her. All right. So you're saying C then, Diomedian Scarlet Moss?
Well, I don't know. There was a lot of silence after I said that, so now I'm not sure.
All right.
But I'll say it anyway.
All right. Well, you say it is. Let's find out if the judges agree.
Congratulations.
You're right.
You're a winner.
She's growing this moss. She says after passing through a wormhole, the crew was knocked out for 30 seconds. However, she says the plants have grown more than that, than that amount of time. Here's the clip. Here you go.
Diomedian scarlet moss. I didn't know you were an ethnobotanist.
It's a hobby.
You've got a good crop here. As I recall, it's not easy to cultivate.
That's just it. I started these spores right before we were all knocked unconscious by the wormhole. You said we were unconscious for 30 seconds?
Correct.
Then why do these show a full day's growth?
I don't know, but one day we will marry. Raw. There you go. That's your episode. Actually, I don't remember that one at all. I have no memory of that episode.
No, it's a good one.
Is it? Sounds good. I like the idea of... I like messing with time like that. Like, my favorite part of Interstellar was when Matthew McConaughey was on that planet that if you were over there in that particular gravity well or whatever, it would distort time ridiculously. So 7 years would pass for every hour or whatever for him. I think that's amazing. I love that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Daryl's the Trek Nerd on Twitter. You can follow him there. You can also find him at This Week in Trek, thisweekintrek.com, and the Grumpy Cast, and at Nerdtacular 2015. He'll be there with us, hanging out, having fun.
Yeah.
In a very short amount of time, about a week and a half now.
Yeah, I got to ship my phasers off. So I'm not taking them on the plane because that was a nightmare last time.
I'll bet they all want to look at your phasers, don't they?
Yeah, and some of them didn't want me to take them, and they were going to take them for themselves.
Yeah, don't do that. Ship them here, or ship them to me, and I'll make.
Well,
sure
I've got
okay.
somebody to ship them to because I know you have too many things to worry about.
Oh, Hambone Chamberlain, man, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Give him to Hambone.
It's like it's a great blues name, right? Hambone Chamberlain.
Yeah, Hambone Chamberlain. He's got a new
Blues
revival.
singer
album.
Hambone Chamberlain is going to right.
I don't know why AGR says that. It says on mine that it's the right one.
Yeah, it says it on mine too, but and I think some of the people who are saying
Must be a glitch.
that everybody's saying that it shows TMS, but that it's playing Gamers In.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's playing them, not me.
Right.
Meaning that's what they're hearing. Daryl, you heard us talking, right?
They're hearing
Yeah,
Jocelyn.
Well, unless it shut down while we were talking.
Yeah, I think it was just recent.
Oh well, I'll redo it.
Yeah, just stop and start it. I guess.
Sorry, everyone.
They need some new equipment over there.
Yeah,
Everybody
maybe we
should
could
go.
help.
Yeah.
TinyURL dot that thing. Okay, I'm gonna go choose it again. Oh, now it's Well, I don't know if this made any difference, but I did it anyway. So hopefully that helped you guys. I don't know. He may have to get involved. All right. So there's that. What else? That's it, Daryl. You're done. Get the hell out of here. Oh, no. Do us a thing. Do us a thing.
Actual TOS episode title in Japanese or anime title?
Okay. I'm playing it again. All right. Japanese title.
That never gets old.
A Star Trek Japanese title of an episode or an Japanese anime.
Okay.
As opposed to like a Eastern European anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alice in Wonder Space.
Oh my lord.
I think anime on that one.
Let me think for a second. Alice in Wonder Space.
Because I don't think that their Alice in Wonderland would be called Alice in Wonderland, so that wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I can't think of a Star Trek episode where it was riffing on Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, we also couldn't think of a madman from Demon Planet, but that.
Yeah, well, no, that was an island thing, right? That threw us off because it was island.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm Brian. I think has got the right instincts. We'll say anime.
Okay. You say that, do you? Well, Alice was an android on Mud's planet.
Damn it!
From iMud.
They named it that?
Geez. Have there been any of these that have been anime? I think they've all been Star Trek episodes in Japanese.
Yeah.
I'm not helping you here.
I'm not asking you. I'm just making a point.
Yeah, I think your point is well made.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
All right, it's the news brought to you by
Hypothetical Help with Scott and Terpster. Every Wednesday. Subscribe and support at frogpants.com/hypo.
It'll be recorded later today, new episode up tomorrow, and you also go to hypotheticalhelp.com if you want to support the show and keep it going. That's a good place to do that.
Yeah, I can't do that crazy Terpster laugh.
It's hard, right?
It is hard.
It's a special kind of thing. Here, I have a version here that we can hear. Let's play it right here. Here we go. There's that.
That's the one.
Here's another one.
Oh shit!
There's one. How about this one?
Le Dick.
That's pretty good.
Check it.
Yeah, that's Terpster for you. Be good to see him, won't it? Won't it be nice to see him?
Oh, it'd be great to see him. Yeah.
I'm excited to see the T.
He'll probably be glad to get sleep.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He'll chill. His baby will be cared for across the pond.
That's right.
All will be fine. Ashley Madison, maker of fine Hostess Twinkies and donuts. Oh no, sorry, wrong deal.
No, that's where you can try other Twinkies and donuts.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. This is the online dating website for cheaters. It's been famous for years for being a place that you would go and have anonymous, supposedly semi-anonymous sort of hookups with people who also want to cheat on their husbands and or wives.
Right.
They got hacked. They got hacked bad. The website for people looking for an affair has been hit by hackers who are threatening to expose personal information of more than 37 million cheaters.
Hey, on a separate and completely unrelated note, I'm going to disappear for a second, do something on this computer over here. I'll be right back.
All right, great. He's going to take off the headphones and go throw up.
I'm going to go change a password over on this other computer for no related reason.
No reason at all. The site's parent company, Avid Life Media, confirmed the hack to KrebsOnSecurity.com. Says they've now secured their websites and are working with law enforcement to nab the culprits. The hackers want Ashley Madison and another website, Established Men. I haven't heard of that. You heard of that?
No, I haven't either. I guess that's like the I want to cheat with somebody who makes more than 150K a year.
Yeah, I guess so. It says here, Established Men, connecting young, beautiful women with successful men, it says. And the girls on the front page have names like Persian Kitty and Hot Sasha. I'm gonna try this. I'm looking for established men who live near South Jordan between the ages of 25 and 65. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Oh, it says you're almost done.
Just enter your credit card information and
yeah, this looks like crap.
Yeah. Then Kim checks your history.
Yeah, exactly. Now, on that Ashley Madison deal, I'd heard of that. But are they just like a regular dating site? They just have, profiles and you go do stuff? And
I guess. I honestly, this is one of those times I can say I have absolutely no idea, but I'm guessing that it's basically like, all right, I live in this area. I'm looking for this kind of thing. And I'm guessing that only a small percentage of the people actually look like the photos that they probably put up online.
Yep. It appears to me, or occurs to me, that this is the exact same owners of this site because the call to action once you hit enter is exactly the same. It's the "you're almost done" with the exact same form.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah. I mean, aren't they saying that it's the same group?
Oh, did they?
It's
I didn't realize that. I thought they were going after a separate thing.
Avid Life Media, I'm guessing owns both of them just because, well, I guess they don't say it in this article, but they want Ashley Madison and another website, Established Men, taken down, and I'm guessing that it's because they're the two of them owned by the same company.
Their slogan sucks. Life is short, have an affair. That sucks.
Because you know.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Life is short, have an affair.
Yes.
I'm gonna quickly, here,
it should be their slogan should be, "You're an ass, have an affair."
Yeah. Now it should be, and we'll expose 37 million of you to the world by getting hacked. Chat room, look at that link I just posted. That's a screen grab I just made of the things, the 3 icons they have at the bottom of their page. I don't think I believe those icons.
Oh boy.
Because now they're completely...
Yeah, none of them, that doesn't look like the VeriSign logo.
Nope.
They've won the Trusted Security Award.
Uh-huh. You know the one.
Yeah, the Trusted Security Award issued hundreds and thousands of sites every year vie for the Trusted Security Award.
Yep. But what's great about this particular hack, I mean, I realize we're all affected by network security and stuff, and everybody should be worried about their personal stuff, and the websites, don't always have what it takes to protect your stuff, and things aren't always secure. And that's an issue for everyone. But I've never been so happy to not have my name at all associated with a site like this.
Right.
So, yeah, not on their radar. So I don't know who you other 37 million folks are, but good luck to you. They're probably all a little nervous, right? And everyone's like, oh, no.
I would think so, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because, it's one thing to have your credit card and your passwords and that sort of thing leaked out, right? Mm-hmm. You got to worry about identity theft. But these guys are probably more worried, at least as worried, if not more worried, about this information just getting leaked out and saying, hey, visit this website, see if your husband or wife is one of the people listed as an Ashley Madison customer. Mm-hmm. And that's a whole different kind of scare.
Oh yeah, no question. Also, I guess this data includes not just their info, like their who they are and their credit cards and all that. It also contains secret sexual fantasies.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah.
I guess when you fill out that survey.
Yeah. Speaking of which, our next news story.
My Little Pony.
My name is Hank. I likes to wear a diaper. And I'm looking for a spanking. That's my impression of Hank. Toys, Hot Toys. Uh-oh. Connected story. Not really.
All right.
Hot Toys have gone insane, making an 18-foot, 1/6 scale Millennium Falcon.
Whoa.
You got to see this thing. Hot Toys. This is a company, by the way. Hot Toys. Let me scooch this over. The cockpit alone was nuts. The entire Falcon scales 12-inch. Scaled to 12-inch figures in madness. Wonderful madness, but silly. Let's try to elaborate on the cost. Regular 3 to 3.25 inch Star Wars figures are around $10 a piece, and the Hasbro scale Falcon is $150. Let's assume a stretch, but why not? The same differential for Hot Toys. Hot Toys figures are around $300 each. 15 times 300 is $4,500, and somehow that still sounds like a lowball price when it's all said and done. Anyway, this prototype is going to be about $5,000. So if you want this, you want this Millennium Falcon. Yeah. 1/6 scale, super freaking nice metal, hand hoo-hawed, whatever. Right. Amazing.
You can even hide your weed in the cargo decks.
Yeah, I'm clicking on it here. Let me just see. Where's the website with the price? They don't have one. So it's just a prototype. Cockpit alone. Now, Hot Toys creates insanely big, expensive vehicle. Busting wallets everywhere. Oh, that's not. Oh, so now you can get just you can just get the cockpit alone from the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
$300 though. $300 for a cockpit.
See, but how cool would it be to set up your webcam for the show, your stream?
Yeah.
Looking through that cockpit. So you've got the We got Han and Chewie silhouettes like it's Mystery Science Theater 3000 watching you through the cockpit.
Biggest possible nerds of all time.
Like they're going to hyperspace right up your nose.
Yeah, I like it. What are these guys talking? A hoo-ha. Oh, there's a check. There's a
hoo-ha.
There's a
there's
bingo
a
spot for a hoo-ha. All right.
Yeah,
Great.
Well done.
What else? Drunk man.
Ooh, yay.
Have we ever done a drunk man power?
We have not.
Give me it.
Ability to say his name in 43 syllables or less. It's Drunk Man Excelsior.
It's Drunk Man. Hey, everybody, it's Drunk Man. Drunk man got run over by a train and did not get hurt.
What?
Pays
Really?
to be drunk. State police say a man escaped injury after being run over by a freight train while sleeping in the middle of the railroad tracks in upstate New York town. I assume it means his legs weren't over the rails. Troopers say 38-year-old. Oh, one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. For some reason, somebody years ago sent me an animated GIF of a guy after his legs were severed on a train, and he was still alive and moving.
Oh.
Why would you send me that?
Yeah, don't. That's horrible.
I know. Oh, and I got another naked lady one the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah, I got another one. How
do you get these, via text or
do you want to
Snapchat or what?
This one came via email, and I want to tell you how freaked out I am a little bit about it. It was some spoofed email address that when I tried to reply to it, it came back as not a real address.
Yeah, right.
It showed up and was just like one of those selfie like bathroom cam.
Sure.
Probably fake for all I know, and probably a dude sent it. But it said, hope you like it. See you at Nerdtacular.
No.
Yeah. So Brian, regardless of
that was a little close to home.
Yeah. So regardless of the reality of it or of whether it's a joke or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to spend some part of my weekend eyeing around the crowd a little suspiciously.
With one eye open, Johnson.
Yeah. If I see, some bearded dude from Idaho wink at me, all bets are off.
Wow.
Anyway, they say this guy got ran over. 38-year-old Aaron Collins of Stillwater was highly intoxicated when he went to sleep Wednesday on the tracks. Why would you do that? What the hell? There are lots of places to sleep. What's going on? Police say Pan Am freight train more than a mile long approached at 10:30 p.m. The conductor spotted Collins on the tracks and stopped the train, but not before his first two engines passed over him.
Well, sounds like it's the beginning of a math problem.
It really does. How many engines? How many feet of the train did it get? Troopers say the engines were separated, but the first engine was moved forward to free... Oh, no, sorry. And the first engine was moved forward to free Collins. Oh, I see. They moved it to back over to get him out. Who was uninjured, but still drunk. He was taken to the Albany Hospital for evaluation. So, lucky guy there.
Wow.
Lucky man. I suppose. We're all better for it.
Well, lucky and unlucky. I mean, the initial issue was not was something that was avoidable.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Right. He didn't need to lay on the track or fall asleep on the tracks.
I would argue that I'm trying to think if you... All right, Brian, let's say you're super drunk, all right?
All right.
Not a thing I've known you to be. I've really never seen you drunk, I don't think.
No.
You're not that kind of drinker.
I'm not that kind of drinker.
Yeah. But if you...
Even when I post pictures of a half-empty Fireball bottle on Facebook, it's not me doing all the drinking of that Fireball bottle.
No, hell no. Even that big leg one you were drinking in Vegas, that was like an all-day affair, that thing.
Yeah.
You were drinking that all day.
That was mostly ice. It's like a Slurpee with a little bit of alcohol in it.
Sure.
April will vouch for me on that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
you were saying drunk.
Drunk. Let's say Brian's completely drunk.
Yeah.
And you're outside. It's 10:30 at night.
Sure.
Do you just lay where you stand? Do you go find a thing that you think looks like a comfortable place? Like, I don't understand the mindset that puts you on a pair of train tracks.
It's I mean, you'd think you'd have the wherewithal. Maybe, I guess that's the point. Is I have never been without the wherewithal to find the safety of a park bench or like I don't know, someplace that's not a major thoroughfare for massive transportation.
It seems dangerous.
It does, yes.
I'm no expert on the affairs of the train tracks, but I think that sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay. What else we got here? Let's check this out. Xena, warrior princess.
Oh yeah, Xena.
She was played by 6. No, not 6. 3.
Not 6.
3? Which Cylon was she? She was 3. 3?
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me now.
Number 3, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, 3, okay.
She was
I can't think of her name, though. What's her name?
She was a reporter, intrepid reporter number 3.
And her name is...
Oh, Dana Beers.
No, the real name.
Oh, Lucy Lawless.
Lucy Lawless.
It says it right there in the article.
Is it in the article? I'm on a different page. Sorry.
It says it like 5 times.
Well, apparently her old show Xena the Warrior Princess is getting rebooted on NBC. Was it? I didn't think it was called Xena the Warrior Princess. I thought it was just Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, I don't think there was a the. I think you're right. It was Xena Warrior Princess.
Good job, TheWrap.com. An individual with knowledge of the project told The Wrap, the series, which originally aired from 1995 to 2001, focused on the titular warrior princess played by Lucy Lawless, seeking redemption for past atrocities by using her fighting skills to defend the weak and the innocent. Lawless, however, has not been confirmed for the reboot. Well, that's not shocking. Of course she's not. She's not doing that again.
Yeah.
Why would she do that? Anyway, she recently spoke about rebooting the series, though. She said this. Where'd she say this? Interview on something called Den of Geek.
Okay.
Sounds like a podcast. I've been pitching that, actually. The fans really do want that, and I've met with some people who've crowdfunded some things, and I'm just like, why don't we just do that? Unquote. But she did it in an accent.
Is she from New Zealand or just Australia?
Australia, I think.
Australia, okay.
Yeah, I went all New Zealand on that, but...
For some reason, I was thinking she was Australian. Maybe not.
I think she was Australian, didn't she?
I mean, I'm sorry, New Zealand.
Lucy.
I thought she was a Kiwi.
Lawless. We can find out. She was born... Oh, New Zealand. Bing, 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 bing. She's 47 years old and still lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful lady. Oh, here she is. There she is. Oh, lovely.
Her children's names are Daisy, Julius Robert Bay Tappert, and Judah Myro Tappert.
Wow. Mommy, how come you show your boobs on that Star Show? She showed her boobs on that Star Show.
Which Star Show?
The one, Spartacus.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. She was on that for a long time.
All right.
I assume, is that still, I think that's still a show, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have not paid attention.
Never watched Spartacus.
It's not the worst thing ever made. It's basically, okay, you know, like HBO's Rome or, it's like that. It's like 300 and Rome had a baby.
Spartacus ended in 2013.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was the sad show because the guy who played Spartacus the first season, or I guess not Spartacus, but the main character, maybe it was called Spartacus. Anyway, he was only like 32. Big, strong, handsome, good-looking dude, 32 years old, and died of pancreatic cancer like a year after.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, the thing hit him, and like 3 months later, he died. It was crazy.
Is that Andy Whitfield?
No.
Yeah, Andy
was
Whitfield.
it Andy Whitfield? Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that sound familiar?
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
Anyway.
thinking of Bradley Whitfield.
It's sad, isn't it? Oh, I am thinking of Bradley Whitfield. I'm thinking of the West Wing, Brian.
Of course you are. All roads lead to West Wing.
Every time. All right. We're going to take a very quick break, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, I'm doing one of these little post things. Okay. Give me a second. Save. Come back. Save it again. Mark it. Save it. Okay. All right, and we're back. But now we're leaving you again because Brian's going to play us a nice song. Brian, what do you got there for me?
I am. I'm going to be playing a tune going out to somebody who requested it. In this case, it happens to be going out to Lauren Cordova.
Oh.
Hello, Scott and Brian. I'm a newcomer to your show. My boyfriend, however, is a longtime listener. We love listening to TMS while we cook, drive, get ready for the day, pretty much any activity. His birthday is on July 21st. Happy birthday. And unfortunately, I'm going to be out of town to attend a friend's wedding. I hate that I can't celebrate with him, so I was hoping we could celebrate together. One of his favorite bands is Harvey Danger, and I would very much appreciate it if you could play any cover of a Harvey Danger song or cover by Harvey Danger for him. If you could please play it on or around his birthday, I would greatly appreciate it. He never misses a show, so I know he'll hear it. He's not big on birthday attention, but he deserves it. Happy birthday, Colin. Thank you, Lauren.
Aw.
Well, of course. Happy to play this for you. We're going to do a cover of a Harvey Danger song. And really, when you think of Harvey Danger, there's pretty much just one song you think of if you're not a big, big delver into the catalog of Harvey Danger.
Sure.
And that song is Flagpole Sitta. This one was recorded by performer Ray, who actually sent this directly to me, recorded this and sent it directly to me. Oh. And I totally dig this. I love the style of it. It's Ray, recorded in 2009 and released to Coverville on something called Ray 1965. Here is Harvey Danger's Flagpole Sitta.
And his name's it's just Ray.
Just Ray.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Man, that's so much simpler than Imagine Dragons or something. Just Ray. All right, that's great. Let's play it. We'll be back in a minute. We'll have Bill and Jury and everything else. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I had visions, I was in them, I was looking into the mirror to see a little bit clearer the rottenness and evil in me. Fingertips of memories, I can't forget the curves of your body. And when I feel a bit naughty, I run it up the flagpole and see who salutes but no one ever does. I'm not sick but I'm not well, and I'm so high, 'cause I'm in hell. Been around the world and found that only stupid people are breeding. The cretins cloning and feeding, and I don't even own a TV. Put me in the hospital for nerves and then they had to commit me. You told them all I was crazy. They cut off my legs, now I'm an amputee. Got you. I'm not sick, but I'm not well, and I'm so high, 'cause I'm in hell. I'm not sick, but I'm not well, and it's a sin to live so well. I wanna publish scenes and rage against machines. I wanna pierce my tongue, it doesn't hurt, it feels fine. The trivial sublime, I like to turn off time and kill my mind, kill my mind. I'm so high, 'cause I'm in hell. I'm not sick, but I'm not well, and it's a sin to live so well.
I'd like to show you a very special recipe. The recipe for Oscar Mayer wieners. At Oscar Mayer, we start with 14 ounces of beef and pork. Then add spices, salt, cure, vitamin C, and just enough water for mixing. Then cook and smoke delicately for the best tasting pound of wieners you can buy. That's right. That's the recipe for 1 pound of Oscar Mayer wieners. Oscar Mayer wieners are #1 in America. Now you know why.
And best still to come. Ha 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 ha.
Every time. Hey, Bill.
Yay!
Yeah, it's Bill. Bill, whoop. Bill Duran, everybody.
Right
Hi,
out of the
Bill.
90s.
I was waiting for it.
How you doing, buddy?
Great.
How's life? Last we spoke to you, you were not, or you were in LA still for no, I guess it was before you went to Comic-Con. Then you were in LA last week, and now you're back. How'd it go?
Seems like it was forever ago.
Yeah, it does seem like a long time ago now. But
everything has changed since then.
You seem to have a good con. Seem to enjoy yourself.
Holy crap! I had a good con.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, tell us more. The things you can tell us, things you can say.
Yeah, there
right,
is,
all
but not. I'm not going to talk about fitness today.
All right, let's just say it went really well.
I went with, and I just got back actually from LA. I stayed there. That's why I wasn't on last week.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Lots more than just Comic-Con. But while I was there, I was working with the guys at Tested. Tested.com.
Yeah.
Will and Norm and Amy and Jadam and Joey. Amy and Jadam. There you go.
Jadam.
Jadam and Joey. Sure.
I got to do a whole bunch of cool stuff with them. I worked on a District 9 rifle with them. It was all done. Went and showed it off.
Yeah.
They shot a video of it, and it will be up soon, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, heard rumors about this. Very excited to see that. That's awesome. Did you get to hang out at their party they had?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
looked
was
like,
so amazing.
That looked like fun. That whole Star Wars motif was pretty rad.
Yeah, if anyone is thinking like, hey, I heard that Comic-Con was really kind of busy. There's a lot of people there. Hard to get tickets. Go anyway, and then just go to the Tested party, because that's the best part of it anyway, and it was free, and you don't need a badge to go there.
Did you get to meet Adam Savage?
Did I ever?
Did you get to touch his boob? Like, what'd you do there? What happened there?
No, I had my I met and hung out with him actually quite a bit. I had that District 9 gun there that I made, and I was like, hey Adam, want to talk about making space guns? And he was like, yes. So,
of course he did. He loves that stuff.
I know, right?
Did he ever find his Shankara stones? Did anyone bring back to us the stones?
I don't know that they got that back.
Yeah, that sucks.
Someone swiped one of those.
Yeah, by the way, your pants are bigger. You keeping Shankara stones in your pants, or what's going on over there?
Are you just glad to see me?
You never hear that one, do you? Is that a Shankara stone in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? Not very commonly heard. Well, it's good to have you back. I'm sure you did nothing but exercise and eat well while you were there.
No. In fact, so actually, I just put a video on YouTube, a recap of my whole adventure, if folks want to check that out. While I was there, I left actually on Saturday in the middle of the Comic-Con day because I had a job. I got hired to go make stuff.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. My buddy Frank Ippolito of Face Off fame, and he also does a bunch of stuff with Tested. He hired me to go up to his shop in LA and work on some stuff for an unannounced video game commercial. That's all I can tell you.
All right.
We were rooting for Frank on Face Off, and it's funny because he kind of reminds me of you.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You guys are similar, yeah.
It's probably because we're both so devilishly handsome.
I think that's exactly
that was what I was going to say.
You need a little page boy hat, and then it'll be different.
No, that's super cool, and I know you can't say more about it, but now my interest is piqued. I can't wait.
Yeah, I will say though, working because we were doing like 12-hour days straight for a week, and I did not eat food not from a restaurant for the entire week.
Of course. Yeah. What are you gonna do? It's not like you're gonna, you don't got your little stove there, and you're not gonna break out make your own omelets in the morning. I mean, geez.
Yeah, so by the end of the week, I could tell my teeth felt loose a little bit because I hadn't had a vegetable in a while.
That's not good, dude. That seems bad to me.
Yeah, I'm rebounding. I got all kinds of vegetables.
Weird side effect.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Yeah.
Eat your vegetables or your teeth will fall out.
No, I bought a bunch of food yesterday at the grocery store now that I'm home.
Yeah.
Lots of veggies. I just cut up a bunch of peppers and onions to make some taco stuff later.
Man.
So I'll be okay.
To me, it sounds like you had such an epic week. Coming to Nerdtacular, it's going to be just like this sleeper event for you. Just going to be kind of just hanging out and going, yeah, this is all right. But Comic-Con with the Adam Savage and the Shankara stones. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's
to be at, right?
That's not even the half of it. I also met Alton Brown of Good Eats fame.
Was he in his Matrix Twins suit when you talked to him?
No, I didn't see them when they were doing that, but that was pretty fun too.
Yeah, they're buddies, right? They hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm Alton Brown's buddy.
Nice.
We talked, and he didn't say it like overtly, but I could tell he's like, this Bill guy.
Yeah.
Me and him are pals.
Yeah, him. He's you're his new. Forget about cooking and all that bullshit. He's into you now. That's what he wants.
And then I also met an astronaut.
Oh yeah, Chris Hadfield.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great astronaut to meet. That's like
I know
he's
the best.
best ones.
He's the astronaut right now. He's the one that matters.
So he did a costume walk with Adam as well, where they both wore fake spacesuits, and I was there for that.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, he's cool. This is not nearly as cool as meeting him and talking to him, I'm sure, but he retweeted my Pluto tweet last week, which was sort of nice to have the preeminent astronaut in the world retweet your stupid tweet.
The guy who sang Space Oddity on YouTube.
Yeah, and then it got taken down, and then it got put back up, and yeah, that guy's awesome. He's Canadian, right?
He's an Earthling.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how he looks at it.
His person transcends all nationalities.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, dude. But that's awesome, dude. What a star-studded week you must have had.
Yeah, and then once that commercial thing goes live, you better believe I'm going to tell everyone about it. That was really awesome to get to work on.
I'm sure that'll be all over the place. I can't wait. That'll be
So speaking of costumes, we got Nerdtacular coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Brittany and I usually do this costume contest thing.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd give everyone the skinny on that. Everyone who's going.
Ooh, I like it. Give it. Lay it out.
Yeah. Just in years past, as it will be this year, the goal is to get people to participate.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized, I think it's on Saturday.
Yep.
So if you go to nerdtacular.com, I'm sure there's a schedule up there that'll tell you all about when the particulars are happening.
Yep.
But the goal is to get a lot of people dressing up because it's really fun, especially on Saturday. But you can wear a costume every day. Who cares? Why not? I probably will.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to run it exactly the same way as we have in previous years. We'll have a sign up earlier in the day where people can come find us. We'll be in a spot where you can find us and sign up for the show just so that we can make sure everyone's listed and we can line you up for the presentation.
Yep.
The presentation, I think we're going to handle just a little bit differently. Instead of making it a costume contest, it's going to be more of a costume fashion show.
I like that idea. I think that's a great idea.
You still have to sign up so that we can get you in line and everything, but we'll be pretty flexible about that. We can just shove people at the end of the line when it comes time to do the presentation.
Sure.
We're planning on having stuff. Everyone who enters is gonna get a thing. We haven't still figured that out. Brittany and I'll handle that this week. But you'll get something for signing up.
Wow.
And then you get to go show off your costume during the presentation, which is always the most fun part. And then I don't have to kill myself over trying to pick who the winner is.
I completely agree with this move. I think it's a great idea.
The hate mail alone that you must receive after one of those things.
Oh,
I got a horse head in my weird bathroom that had a window. Crazy.
Yeah, that's not good. We don't want that this year. So yes, very excited about that. You guys always do a bang up job. Plus your panel's going to be rad. You and Brittany doing a panel on cosplay and building props and stuff, and that's going to be great. Check the schedule again, nerdtacular.com if you're curious about all of that. It's works great on your phone. And there's also the Yap app as well, which you can find at nerdtacular.com. Download that. That has a schedule as well.
Boom. 9 days, 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 46 seconds.
Good Lord.
Yay.
It's coming fast, dude. Coming fast and wild and free. Bill Duran, always a fun time to hang out. People should follow you on Twitter and things like that. Chimbeard. What else?
Yes.
Anything else?
Tested.com. A bunch of stuff I'm doing over there, but also they had a ton of amazing San Diego Comic-Con footage. They have a bunch of it still coming. So go to tested.com. Check it out.
We love Will and Norm. Great place to go. Support them and support Bill. Bill, stay out of trouble. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
See you later, man.
See you.
Bye. There he goes.
Nice.
He had a good con.
He did have a good con. He's going to have another good con. We're going to make sure he has another good con.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It'll be the long con.
Now, I don't know where Justin is. I don't know what city he is currently in. I know that he is traveling.
Okay.
I know that his face for his temporary icon is the best thing ever. And more importantly, I have something to play for him when he comes on that's special.
A look of shock and horror as his avatar.
That's exactly right. Do something a little different, though, to bring him in. Check this out.
Wow.
The purveyor of the upcoming card game tabletop experience, Mr. Justin Robert Young. Hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody.
The contender, everyone.
Thank you. It's great to be back here on the internet.
So this is I went and got this special for you today. It's about to end. Here it goes. Can you feel
I gotta
it?
send you guys the rough cut of the Kickstarter video because I think you guys will get a kick at it.
Well, I saw I saw some photo snaps on Twitter, and they all look like part of something wonderful. So can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's pretty silly, and it's boy howdy, is it coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, when's you don't have a launch date yet, do you, or do you?
Yeah, we have like one more big kind of pre-launch meeting with everybody where I think we're going to do the final sign-offs on exactly when we want to launch it. But we're pretty much at where we need to go. We need to finalize a few of the reward goals and everything, and now we're at a point where it's like we have a little bit more work to do on the deck itself, but nothing that a solid, couple hours of work wouldn't knock out.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Kickstarter, we are pretty much ready to roll. It's very, very exciting, and if anything, it's just kind of been, for me, with all the stuff going on, it's actually just kind of really exciting to not have that be. It's just like moving one thing off the docket so we can focus on other insane things.
Yeah, which is great. So I'm very excited about it, and we'll, of course, talk all about it here when it happens. But for now, you're in a city that I could not guess based on your photo on Twitter. You did a little contest, and I still don't know.
I did. Nobody got it.
Where the hell are you? It looked like, I don't know, it looked like sort of like, I don't know. My brain said Oklahoma for no reason.
Yeah, not intensely far off. I am in Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas.
The Kansas. Well, that'll be the Kansas.
That's right. Big Chiefs fan. So there you go.
Yeah. No, I'm here. I have a big thing this afternoon. And yesterday, man, I'll tell you what. I had myself a little moment. A moment of discipline, where because as Bill made sure to run the fear of God through me, as I'm sure he just did through you, in letting us know how close Nerdtacular is.
Yeah.
I need to get doing this stupid. God, I have no idea why I wanted to do a one-man show. It's the dumbest thing, and I'm dumb for doing it, and it's gonna be dumb, and everyone's just gonna look at me and just yell and say this is the dumbest thing. I mean, like there's the levels of stupidity for this thing is just mind-boggling.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think is going to happen.
Michio Kaku is going to come out and have to explain patiently to everybody how many levels of stupid this decision was.
You're going to you're going to show up for that time slot. You're going to get up there. You're going to be surrounded by people. It's so funny me saying this because I always have the same exact. I'm basically making the same argument about everything I'm doing. And then someone reassures me with what I'm about to tell you. But you're going to be surrounded by everyone who loves what you do. And it wouldn't matter even if you were bad. They're going to be so happy.
And of course, but that's also the worst thing to say, as I'm sure you have gone through in your head when people tell you this, because then it's like, oh, well then thank you. Now you've removed every possibility that I can actually earn praise, because it's like, don't worry, even if you pooped on stage, they cheer.
People still love you. You're gonna suck, but people still love you.
Yeah, So anyway, now you don't know if you could possibly be good. Cheers.
Yeah, it's like your mom and dad and your aunt. They're gonna see you perform at the little family get together. They're gonna love no matter. You're gonna clap and go, "Oh, did you see what little Justin did?"
And I think it's going to be funny, and it's going to be interesting, and everything's kind of coming together. But I do have to kind of just force myself to rehearse it, which is hard because a lot of it's storytelling effectively, and there's stories that I've told a billion times, just socially. So like it's sometimes it's hard to just kind of make the decision to say like, no, you need to sit and just by yourself, effectively rehearse this story over and over and over and over and over again. But I'm like, all right, listen, I'm going to Kansas City. I'm going to take this time. I'm going to sit in my hotel room. I'm going to go over this thing because I don't want to embarrass myself at Nerdtacular. Okay, great job. Land in Kansas City and find out immediately upon landing that not only is my favorite baseball team, the Pittsburgh Pirates, playing, but also, as a big wrestling fan, WWE Raw, their big flagship Monday night show, is happening 10 minutes from my hotel.
Oh, my.
And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go. I got to stay on target, And, I'm like, all right, well, I got to go pick up some supplies for this thing I'm doing tomorrow. So I'm like, hey, where's the closest grocery store? He's like, oh, it's just this way. I walk. It's across the street from the stadium. It's across the street from the arena. So all I do is see all these people streaming in. And I'm like, man, I bet you I could like scalp just a one-seater. I could probably do it. But I didn't. I stayed the course. I think there's going to be a really funny story in it for anybody who comes to see the show at Nerdtacular. Mm-hmm. So yeah. So hopefully everything will work out. And like I said on Twitter, this is the best part of discipline, is immediately trying to get credit for it on a public platform. That's, I think, a real healthy way to think of yourself as a disciplined person.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly. You should also refer to yourself as humble all the time, and
I just like to just to follow the Lord's path for me, and just remain humble.
So I wanted to get from you today, given the pending release of this game that you're working on, and I'm very excited for you about, and all that. Yeah. And all the research that it's taken and everything else.
Yeah.
This Trump business at the moment, where the media seems obsessed with this idea that he's leading in all polls. Despite the fact that we're not even anywhere near a place where polls count for anything.
Sure.
So what is your take on that? And is it even why the GOP is deciding to kind of harshly distance themselves from him, and they're using the McCain comments as a good impetus for that?
Yes.
And not that I want the show to get all political or anything, and I don't even care about the politics of it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around why this, otherwise.
Why Trump?
Why the Trump?
Question mark.
Yeah, why the Trump? What's your theory?
What about the Trump of it all? Well,
and does your game have Trump cards?
I mean, listen, if this, and I don't know if I have ever dropped the MFer on this show, and I'm not going to start now, but boy, do I want to, because if this MFer does not get to a debate while we're doing a Kickstarter, like it'll be unforgivable.
There's no God.
Yeah. Like I'm like. It will be the greatest disappointment of my life, immediately superseding my fractured relationship with my own father. Like, it will be the worst thing that's ever happened to my life, because he is a money printing machine for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Anyway, okay, so yes, there will be a Trump representation in the expansion decks. And there's actually kind of a joke about that in the Kickstarter video. In terms of what's happening now with Trump. So Nate Silver of the 389 blog, is that it? I always forget the number of it. He's basically the one who correctly predicted all of the states in the last election.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. He was on Colbert a couple of times, and I remember this dude. Sure.
So he's got his own site and everything, and they basically broke down kind of what when we say that Trump is leading in the polls, what that means, and B, the fact that if it is not deliberate, it is at least very convenient or expedient that every time his poll numbers soften just a little bit, he trolls the media or says something that he knows will get inflammatory, coverage. So here's basically the gist that you need to pay attention to.
Okay.
When people say he's leading in the polls, they are correct. That is absolutely true. However, as Nate Silver put it, sometimes it's it is a trade-off that yes, you are leading in a poll when not a lot of people care. The people who care the most are going to be overrepresented compared to when everybody is dialed in. And you can lock in a solid 20% when that's what it takes to lead the poll, even if the other 80% hates you.
Yeah.
Now that is a recipe for disaster in terms of what he is going to, his chances going forward. But it is what it is right now in a world where you just have a lot of other candidates that are comparably to Trump, certainly, playing it safe in nobody wants to run out and scream something that will define them for the rest of the campaign right now.
Right.
Well,
he does, but they don't.
Trump does because, Trump's not, I don't mean to say that he is not a serious candidate in that he does not think of himself as a serious candidate or he is not taking it seriously.
I think he is. Yeah.
If you look at how people get elected president, he is not playing that game seriously.
Yeah.
He is playing a different game.
Yeah, and
which is fine.
What's funny is playing the different game though is what is appealing to that 20% that is super behind this. They like this idea that it feels like somebody's changing things up, doing new things, saying things that are on his mind. This is different. It's a new kind of Washington,
Well, which by the way is a big vital way that a lot of people do get elected. In that idea, that concept. Now, normally, the way that you actually get elected is you pretend to be, the maverick, or the outsider or the guy who's, I'm going to come to Washington and really shake things up without actually being that guy.
Yeah.
This is, I can't even think back long enough to say when our president didn't get elected on that idea. Obama got elected on that, hope and change, right? Change.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. George W. Bush got elected as being the Washington outsider, which he started doing when McCain made him sweat back in 2000. That was, of course, after McCain got his sucker ass caught, as a POW.
Yeah.
I know. How can he be a hero when he gets captured?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you suck.
I like the people who didn't get captured.
Yeah. It's the stupidest thing.
It is. Well, it's because he hates McCain personally.
Right.
Which is not unique. And not to say that McCain is a hateable guy, but it's to say that McCain's a politician who's been involved in politics for a very long time and is himself a power broker. So, a lot of politicians in those situations don't like each other. And I'm sure if you polled most of the presidential candidates personally, they might have feelings about John McCain that are closer aligned to Donald Trump's than they would ever admit publicly. But again, this is part of not playing the game seriously. You can say, hey, John McCain really embarrassed us 8 years ago. And you can say John McCain is not a true conservative. And you can say all this kind of stuff. What you can't say is that, but by the way, the one thing that he will always be special for, he is not special for. Because, I like the soldiers who didn't get caught. Which is just it's such a sports hot take. It's just so amazing.
Yeah. It's the fact that he says this stuff at all cracks me up. But my favorite thing is his Twitter feed. No other politician's Twitter feed is like his Twitter feed.
Oh
And-
yeah, where he's like just personally going after like the egg avatars.
Yeah, I mean they and the things that the retweets of people, they'll say things like this. Hold on. Yeah, like here's one. Here's somebody from a Twitter account called Ideal Liberty, which I'm sure you can kind of you can get a pretty good idea what their entire feed is like. But he says, "I truly love this land of the free, and I know that Donald Trump will cut through the confusion and make America great again. It is the most jingoistic, front-level, non-depthy, like his theme."
I thought you were still reading the tweet. I'm like, man, what a turn.
Yeah, it really took a turn. His even his slogan, "Make America Great Again," sounds like somebody tore it off a 1950s election poster.
Well, I mean, that's not. I mean, that's basically what Obama's thing was, and what Bush's was before that, and what Reagan's was before that, and Carter before him.
Yeah,
everybody wants to make it's because now's where, and this is why I love politics.
What was Reagan's? It's
So
Morning Again in America. What was it?
I don't know. Was that his first one or
his second one?
Second
I think his second term, and it was like it's and they had that commercial with that really friendly guy going, "It's morning again in America," and then it had all these people drinking coffee and slapping hands and going to work and feeding the dog and everything. I totally bought into that when I was a kid. By the way, I thought that was great.
I think Reagan was the first. Reagan's re-election is the first presidential election that I remember.
Oh wow.
Which I think used to make me seem young, and now makes me seem incredibly old.
It'll just get worse. I'm telling you.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like he's necessarily even really the craziest candidate that we've seen. He might be the most undisciplined, though. I think that's really kind of where, if you are going to make very non-political, non-emotional judgment on Donald Trump, is that he is extraordinarily undisciplined, and it's very clear that he does not have at least people that he looks at as a peer, or if not a superior, to help him guide him through some of these troubled waters. And again, listen, I have said that Donald Trump is the best thing that could happen to the Republican Party, because now without any work, they can just stand next to Donald Trump and point at him and give an eye roll at this guy, and they seem 25% less racist than anybody could possibly make them out to be. Yeah. But he's got to make it a one debate. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm at the bargaining phase. Like, I just need one, and I think he will, because he'll be in the top 10, and that's what the category is going to be. Is
that's the loose rule, right?
No, it's actually a very firm rule, because you have to sort of set these ground rules in place before, so you don't get candidates screaming and yelling about why they're not being allowed on the stage.
I assume we're not going to get Brian Williams moderating any debates.
No, but he'll claim that he moderated it on Twitter later.
Yeah, he'll later go, what a great night.
Shots fired.
Well, it's a weird year, and it's exciting, and I mostly care about this political season because of the weirdness that this is. Otherwise, what a boring stable on both sides. It's just like, oh gosh, dang it.
No, I think we're doing pretty good.
It's early. Everybody's got plenty of time to show they're crazy on both sides of the fence.
No, and also I feel like we're kind of there. You have liberal Ron Paul, Bernie Sanders, just getting people really exciting, and reminding people, it's just, and whenever Hillary runs, man, it's always it's always just, it's kind of like the same thing where nobody wants to say,
Yeah.
I don't really connect with Hillary.
Yeah.
It's just that people happen to fall in love with the person standing next to Hillary all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like,
she scares me, and I don't mean that from a. It's not because she's a lady. It's not because she's a. I don't know what it is. Her personality is the type that I would have.
Share her emails.
I would. I would have been. It's the kind of person that if I knew in person, I would avoid.
well, you know, it's really, Hillary is an extraordinarily interesting, you know, political figure, and you know, the Clinton machine is you know, something that could just be studied endlessly because they're so fascinating. But the problem is, you know, it's just like, you guys are both married, right? And you know, there are probably things, innocuous sentences, topics, right, that you know you don't want to bring up because it's not really, it's like, oh, we should go back to Six Flags, you know, and you don't want to bring it up because it's not really the conversation or fight that will come after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really about Six Flags.
Yeah.
It's
No,
about something else.
It's like the time I said, man, I hope you're not. I hope you don't have genetic tendencies towards your aunt. She has a hunch. I said that one time.
Exactly. And so now you need to make sure that you are very careful with where you mention aunts in general.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about talking about Aunt Man.
Yeah.
Like you don't want it to get confused.
Yeah.
Because the conversation is going to be about your indelicacy toward the genetic lineage of her family.
Yeah.
So if you bring up, oh man, that's you know, this is somebody's aunt. They're really nice.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden that might be something else. And that's the problem with Hillary is we've been in a relationship with the Clinton America, and the Clintons have been in a relationship for a really long time.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, so it's like little things, like even like the emails or Benghazi or something like that, right? Like these things come up more because it's partly about what it is, but more it's, well, no, I don't think you're trustworthy, or I think you're up to something because we've been in this thing for a while and you are always up to something.
Yeah, what was that? I always, when I see her, I still think, that's so funny because I still think of that, what was it, bum water, white water?
Whitewater.
Whitewater?
Bum water?
It was something like that. But that whole thing,
best scandal.
You hear about that, I see her and I think.
Day 4 of the bum water investigations.
But I always think of that because it just feels like in my head anyway, and I actually don't know legally or anything, but it seems like it never got resolved. And so it will always hang over there no matter what you do, no matter what the debate. That will be a thing that someone will bring up in these debates. And that's fine. I mean, they probably, it is a little too mysterious for them to just shove under the rug. I don't know why the guy killed himself who worked on it. You know, like there's a lot of weird stuff connected to that thing. I'm not much of a conspiracist, but point being, I can't look at her without thinking of those things. I can't look at Bill without thinking of those things.
Well, and that's the point. Is that there is just kind of a history there, and ultimately, she, as hard as she works, and I feel like the you know, kindly grandmother routine that she is using now fits her far better than the powerful every woman you know, shtick she had 4 years ago or 8 years ago. You know, but it's just it's hard to give a fresh start, you know? Like Bernie Sanders, he's old as a fossil, right? Like that dude is calcified.
Sure.
But he has more of a fresh start with the crowd, with America, than she does. Because, you know, and I think we're going to get more about Bernie Sanders going forward. And I don't mean that in any kind of like conspiratorial or mean sort of way. Just that like that we can't help but learn more about him because we don't really know much about him now.
Yeah.
But he's he seems in certain elements to be a little thin-skinned. You know, I think he's going to be a bit. He's going to have a challenge during the debates in the same way that Ron Paul did, where he's going to come off as snippy or mean, because that's his whole thing is like, oh, I'm an unvarnished person who says it how he thinks, and he's going to come off, but he knows he can't come off as mean, so he's going to try and rein it back, and it's just going to come off as kind of snippy or bitchy.
Do you think we ever get a
Donald Trump will just be throwing Molotov cocktails?
Oh yeah,
and, like,
no, he don't care.
Calling people's wives fat and stuff like that.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
But do you think we ever end up with a president named Bernie? That seems odd to me. President Bernie. Well, President Sanders, but what? I always think of this,
the
like
Colonel.
If you just said
be President Josh.
I mean, there's some strange names in our presidential history. Our current president has the weirdest name ever, and there are plenty of weird names in the past. But Bernie, I don't know. Weekend at is all I can think of.
I mean, would it be better if it was Bernard?
Bernard, maybe. I don't know.
Or the Nard.
The Nard. The Nard dog.
Vote for the Nard.
I like what you're selling. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, it's not going to be Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders got if Bernie Sanders submarined Hillary Clinton, it would be a disaster for the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Because Bernie Sanders is very much in that Howard Dean kind of mold, where he plays really, really well to the base, but will not play really, really well to those beyond it.
Yeah, I think he'll do one of these. I think he'll do one of those.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
That might have been the best. Well, I'm trying to think of, because the two-party elections are always the best elections.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you just get that much more ability to be, everybody's kind of got to be on the offensive.
Yeah.
It's not like, when Obama was running against, the Republican field last time, he can afford to play defense a lot more.
Yeah.
Whereas, everybody's got to justify why they need to be the person to lead the country, including Hillary, by the way. Where I think where she's learned her lesson compared to last time was that she kind of felt like, well, because of course, and didn't really go on the offensive beyond just stuff that we kind of understand Hillary's going to say no matter what. And now she's taking aggressive stances on stuff like, she's like, oh, well, Uber and the 1099 economy. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to make sure fair money and time off for fair labor. And that's an opinion that, is relevant and makes her look more progressive in a progressive party.
Yeah.
It's also dumb, and I don't like that opinion, but that's me.
Sure. Whatever. That whole people are really worried. I mean, I'm a little worried about overregulation in the service economy, not the service economy. The what do you call it? The
sharing economy.
The sharing economy. Yeah. Because I do a little of that. I don't need her poking around going, "Bah, what are you doing there with your 1099s?"
Listen, I live a life, and this certainly does not make me sympathetic. It probably makes me the kind of person that Hillary Clinton would say, we need to stop this, but I like to take an Uber to brunch. It's just a thing that I like to do. And if Uber went away, I'd be very sad because I'd have to walk to brunch.
Yeah.
And that ends the least sympathetic segment on the show's history.
I like it. All right, Justin, tell people where you're going to be between now and next time we talk to you, which won't be next Tuesday. The next time we hear from Justin on TMS will be the Friday edition TMS episode from Nerdtacular 2015. So.
Oh yeah, when do you guys go dark for TMS prep?
We have a show Monday and then we're done. this next week. So we're the whole week is all Nerdtacular stuff all the way up till Friday, and then we do TMS on Friday with you.
Well, I'll be.
And everyone else.
Well, then here's what you want to do, and I'm really glad that we made this politically focused, because likely in between then we're going to launch a Kickstarter for this year Contender game, which means that you guys are going to want to follow at Contender Game. We did a bunch of really fun brainstorming last night and came up with one of the things that the Exploding Kittens Kickstarter did that I just thought was brilliant was they had a lot of backer rewards that weren't tied to money. Like you were a backer, you backed stuff, that's cool, or you just want to support it and you ain't got no money, that's fine. There was just a lot of like activity rewards, like if we got X amount of Facebook likes, if we get X amount of retweets, if you take a picture, with one of our posters and stuff like outside the campaign headquarters, like that kind of stuff. So I think we're gonna do a bunch of those, and that will mean that everybody will get more for their money in terms of what they pledge for the Kickstarter. So go ahead and check that out. And I don't know, we Scott, me and you talked about maybe doing a little Frog Pants extra thing, but we got to go over that again.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. But we have ideas. But I'm super stoked about your thing and can't wait. And we will pimp it to all shit and back as soon as it hits.
Oh man, all shit, fucking! You better watch out.
And back.
Oh man, I just dropped the F word.
That's
Sorry,
all right.
guys.
I marked it. I know right where to bleep it. It's all good.
Good.
Justin Robert Young, Justin R Young on Twitter, and again, catch him right here in Salt Lake City at Snowbird in about 9 days. Everybody,
hug him hard.
Hug him hard till he toots. Justin,
I will.
Stay out of trouble.
I'll
Bye.
fart.
He will fart on command. Don't you worry. That's it for today's show, everyone. Thank you for joining us. A little political talk there at the end.
Yeah,
good stuff. We're
Never
civically minded.
Oh, did we get an F-bomb?
Rock the vote. Oh yeah, we did. I'll go bleep it. He just did it a minute ago.
Oh, I didn't hear it. He slipped it right through the cracks.
This is a sneaky little one.
Jeez.
Just pop that in there. You can expect more of that at his one-man show.
There'll be lots of F-bombs at his one-man show.
I'm sure there will be plenty. He works blue on stage. That's going to do it for the show. Thank you all for being here. frogpants.com/TMS. themorningstream@gmail.com is our email address. 801-471-0462 is our phone number. Leave a voicemail. Play it on the show. Coverville, Scott Johnson, and Morning Stream all on Twitter. Tomorrow is, who will be here? Tom, Nicole, and it'll be a Coverville day. Like lots of good things tomorrow.
That's right. We'll finally be able to talk about our water-themed movie recommendals.
Can't wait.
Which means I need to record my water-themed movie recommendal audio.
I should do that as well. And I can't remember what I even picked. Crap. I got to back it up and find it. Okay, anyway.
Back it up.
While we think of those things and go off into dreamland, Brian will play us a little song here so that we can leave in style. What do you got?
Yes, Kimball Earl wrote in, said, "Hey, Scuttle and Bug. My birthday is fast approaching. Again, last year I had you play a cover of or by Toad the Wet Sprocket. You ended up playing Toad's cover of Kiss's Rock and Roll All Night. I'll admit, when I first heard what you were going to play, I was extremely disappointed, as I hate Kiss and all other hair metal bands. But I ended up loving Toad's cover of that terrible song. So, way to go, Brian, the master of covers. This year, I was hoping to get a cover of my other favorite 90s band, Hootie and the Blowfish, and their song Only Want to Be With You. If you don't have a cover of that, then maybe another song by lead singer Darius Rucker.
Oh, no. I'm not ready.
I don't know. Maybe there's a single or a jingle he sang for Fast Food Joint.
One? Okay.
Could it be for McDonald's Big Mac or maybe Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers? I don't know. But I'm sure you could find something. Here's to another year of enduring your show, Kimball Earl.
Nice. Enduring it. I like that.
Enduring. Putting up with it. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
We're going on 900, man. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hitting that big 1,000. What are we going to do for 1,000?
I don't know. Who knows? We gotta estimate out when that's gonna be.
That's right. Yeah, good point. All right. So Hootie and the Blowfish, I could not find any good covers of Only Want to Be With You. So how about a cover by Hootie and the Blowfish? And it's not a cover of a hair metal band. All right. Are you happy with that? It's a cover of Bill Withers. And this is something they included on a 2000 album of B-sides, rarities, covers, things like that, called Scattered, Smothered, and Covered, which is a great way to get a burrito in New Mexico, by the way.
Great.
It does, doesn't it?
The scattered burrito.
Scattered, Smothered, and Covered.
All right.
Hootie and the Blowfish and their cover of Bill Withers' Use Me.
Sounds good. We'll be here tomorrow. Come on back now, you hear?